Alright, so I'm at Dollar Tree, right here, at Mary Astor and Hollywood Boulevard, across from Piggly Wiggly, right over here. And I think Hertz Rent-A-Cars across the street. Now this is interesting. So, you know, they had like 12 people waiting to get checked out. Which 12 people in this day and age with the pandemic is like having 50 people in line because you gotta be 6 foot away. And if they have any respect at all. And it just looks like a ton of people, and it's like the checkers get slower as we go along. So they only have one girl checking. There's 3 other employees in the store. And one lady's talking to some Asian lady that doesn't even work there. And she is carrying on conversation all the time. I was there, and I was there for a little while. I think probably about 30 minutes. And she's just like restocking some kitchenware stuff. But there's all these people waiting in line. So I end up getting done, and I have that little carry basket, you know, the Easter basket looking thing. Plus I have a gallon of water that I'm carrying because I gotta have that for my office. And plus I keep bottled water there and in my car because of the heat. In case I don't have a beverage, I gotta be drinking something all the time. And so anyway, I had to wait in line. There were so many people waiting in line, which, you know, 15 people looks like 100 because of the 6 foot rule and all that. And the girl's taking her sweet time to get these people checked out. And they don't have a lot of stuff, like most of the people in the line with 2 and 3 items. And so, you know me, I yell out, "Do you have any other checkers?" Because I only had one person checking. And the line's steadily growing. People are still coming in the door. And then a couple of people said, "I guess everybody's on lunch." I said, "No, actually not." I said, "There's 2 people over there stocking." And it's like they're not even turning around and paying attention, and there's a whole bunch of us over here. And I said, "Wow." So I wait a few minutes more. And I ask again, "Anybody checking? Can you get another checker, please?" No response. So then, all of a sudden, they send somebody up there. It's like, God, that's great. So, then the line kind of divides in half. So everybody's like doing their stuff, getting it up there. There's only one cart out of all of the people that were waiting, and it was only like probably not even half full. Just not that many items. And everybody else had like the stuff in their hands or in a little basket. So I got a basket full of bits. It was almost $50 worth of stuff. And a gallon of water I'm carrying. I can't breathe because I gotta wear a mask. It's the law in this city. Literally, it is the law. So, finally get up to the register, get to lay my stuff down, keep 6 foot rule both sides of me. And I put my basket down real fast and my water, and then I saw 2 dividers. Usually they don't let you use the dividers, they hide them because it keeps the belt moving or something. That they told me all kinds of different excuses at the different stores, but they actually have dividers, and it says, "Please use this to divide your orders." So I said, cool, I'll put one in front, one in the back, so she doesn't mix my order up with this person in front of me. And then we'll be putting the plants out for this apartment complex. So I said, gosh, this is going to be great. Because then that lady behind me that's got a handful of stuff in a basket, then she can lay her stuff down as soon as I move over like a foot or two out of her way. While I'm waiting, so she doesn't have to stand there holding all that. And she had a basket full of bits. That's the small stuff. So get up there to the checker, and she looks at me and she says, "You need to take all that stuff out of that basket." I said, "Excuse me?" She says, "You need to empty that basket out." I said, "I don't understand." She said, "That's the way we do it here. You need to empty the basket out." And I said, "I don't know. I come here like every day. Is that a new rule for management?" "Yes, it is." Okay, now see, I'm pretty tight with one of the managers there, the main manager guy. He's really, really nice. And I guess he wasn't there today. It's an older black guy. It's the manager of that store. He's really, really nice. And he's actually a personal friend. Not my boyfriend, but a friend. He knows me pretty well. So, but he didn't seem to be there today. But I was blown away. It was like so insulting. So why am I emptying all this stuff out onto the belt and leaving the basket there, taking up room on the belt when other people can lay their stuff down and not have to hold it because the checker can't bend her arm? I mean, the belt runs the stuff right up in front of them. If it's in the basket, all they do is keep dipping in the basket. You reach, your left hand in, pick something up, put it in your right hand. You reach your left hand in, scan it, put it in your right hand, put it in the bag. I mean, however you like to do it. But what in living hell gives you the right to tell the customers to do your job? That's what I want to know. Because look, I worked in the grocery for some years and management in grocery. And dear God, if we told a customer to do our job like that, we'd be fired. They'd be calling the owner or corporate. We would be so fired, we would not have a job. Because that's your job. You're paid by the hour. Really, there's another option, and it's a heartbreaking option, but this is the way it is. They came out with self-checker systems several years ago. Sam Walton, I think, was the first one that did that. And it was the first time I saw it. They had one in his prime store. And the first time I saw it, I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Everybody's going to lose their job because they got a computer that'll check you out." And I said, "I see it right now. People are going to not have jobs. And it will save them so much money not paying hourly payroll to a human being." Now, here's the thing with it. The computers are never wrong. It's only what people enter into them. But, sometimes people, especially the older people, it's the height of their day to go out in public and see people and talk to them. Even in the pandemic. They sit at home 90% of the time, don't go out because they're so scared. But when they do, it's nice to see a face, right? Otherwise people would die if they couldn't be around other people. I mean, that's just life. Variety is the spice of life. Everybody's different. If we all thought the same, life would be so boring. And we wouldn't be friends with anybody but ourselves. But that was just unreal. That this checker's telling me to do her job. I mean, it was as if I brought the grocery cart up there and just pushed it over by the register and said, "Here, check it out." That's not what I did. I just had one of those baskets with some items in it and a gallon of water. And all of a sudden, she's giving me orders to empty it out. So the poor lady behind me can't put all her stuff up on the belt while she's waiting instead of have to hold it because it's taking so long to get checked out. I mean, even when she got to the end of my order, I even turned to the side and went to go get a basket so I could put the stuff in it, cart, because I was going to go check on my manager buddy in the back and have a little word with him. And even when I went to go get that cart and come back, she still hadn't had a total on the thing. And I'm standing there waiting. She's not even paying attention. Just jerking around. And she looks at me like, are you going to pay? And I said, yeah, as soon as you got a total. I said, can you please put a total in here? There's nothing on the screen for a total. It just says, please swipe card. And I'm paying cash. And she said, oh, your total is 40 something. And so I said, okay, thank you. And I paid her. But I was absolutely appalled. She just slow as molasses. I mean, that's just insane. Do you know that if stuff isn't coming over that belt for you to check out and sell, that it doesn't make your paycheck? The faster and more items you can pull over that belt, the more hours you're going to get to work, the more people they can afford to pay, and the more they can keep the doors open to the store, because they can't pay their overhead if they can't get that stuff checked out. There's no excuse for people to only have a few items and you got to wait in line for 30 minutes. Literally. That's just stupid. A checker can't cash out, 60 items in 10 minutes. I mean, why? I can do 60 items in about 4.5 minutes, maybe less. Yeah. There's no excuse for that. So I went to talk to one of the newer lady managers, and she was kind of shocked at first. And I said, I mean, why is it that now we have to do their job? I mean, that's just rude. I mean, really? You would really have the gall to tell me to do your job, and then when I question it, you tell me it's a management rule? You're dreaming. Because I'm going to tell on you. Because if I owned the company, you would be so fired on the spot. It would just, I couldn't even take an extra breath for it. There's too many people that need work. Just too many people that need work. And would love to have your job. Because obviously you don't want it. But when you figure out that what you sell is how you get paid, then maybe you'll realize. You have to remember the part that, what if you owned it? Okay? What if you owned it? Would that be appropriate? What you said to a customer? Because turn on said it to the lady behind me too. Gave her orders to empty the stuff out. And it's like, you know how much easier it is to have those little baskets up on that belt instead of empty all this crap out and take up the whole belt, and the people behind you could at least lay their stuff down and step back 6 foot, while they're waiting, instead of struggling to carry all that stuff because they sure don't want to put it on the floor or anything or drop it. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot of common sense to figure that out. So you fill a little basket with a bunch of little stuff. It can be anywhere from $40 to $80. What's the problem? That's pretty good money. If you can figure out how to check it out instead of daydream. I don't know, folks. Dollar Tree fail number 1. Shame. Absolute shame. There's some great people that work there. Some terrific management that works there. That's like the first time I think ever I've been to that store and somebody was rude. That was just not appealing. And I mean, how are you going to keep customers? Because the majority of your customers are locals. Yeah, there's tourists, but they'll leave eventually. But you got to treasure your locals. Anyway, talk to you later. Hope you guys have a great day. Dollar Tree fail. You need to get it fixed. Talk to you later. Love ya.